Jeopardy! Fans have noticed a regular game show segment was quietly removed. The discovery came after viewers were left unamused by the summer schedule of the game show hosted by Jennings. In the past, fans got a sneak peek of the upcoming Jeopardy contestants during the end credits. However, one fan noticed that the producers quietly took that feature away. Why are next-day contestants not announced anymore after the game? One fan questioned on a Jeopardy-themed Reddit forum. They continued, I noticed last night that they stopped announcing the players for the next episode during the closing credits. Why though? That's a good question, one person replied. Another wrote, no one knows why. Maybe due to the Ben Chan absence incident from April 2023 where he was unable to return due to illness? At the time, Ben revealed that he wasn't on the show due to having COVID-19. More time for those sweet commercials, a third theorized. Major upset. ABC typically showcases reruns during the summer until new episodes return in the fall. The season 40 finale aired on July 26 and is on a 6-week hiatus until season 41 begins on September 6. When the break began, the Jeopardy social media accounts shared the rerun schedule. For the first 3 weeks, fans can rewatch the Tournament of Champions that aired earlier this year, which was won by Yogesh Raut. Beginning the week of August 19, viewers can watch the inaugural Invitational Tournament won by Victoria Gross. No more tournament episodes. However, fans were left upset as the talk would not be shown in full and would have rather rewatched the best episodes of the season. I wish they would replay really old episodes during this time, one wrote. Another added, they're not rerunning the first 3 TOC games, which includes Chris Panulo's upset. A third wrote, not more tournament episodes. The seemingly years-long continuous run of tournaments that just ended a few months ago has left a bitter taste in my mouth. Season 41 of Jeopardy is set to air up until July 2025. Jeopardy, fans have long prided themselves on their keen attention to detail. As a game show steeped in tradition, the loyal audience notices every tweak, change, or deviation from the norm. But even the most devoted viewers were caught off guard when a regular feature was quietly removed from the show, sparking widespread shock and speculation. The realization began to take hold during a particularly heated online discussion among fans on a popular Jeopardy forum. The topic was supposed to be about the recent streak of a talented contestant who had dominated the board for several weeks. But one user, known for their sharp eye for the show's nuances, posed a question that sent shockwaves through the thread. Has anyone else noticed that the contestant interview segment has been different lately? It wasn't the kind of post that would normally ignite a firestorm, but it did. Replies flooded in almost immediately, with fans sharing their own observations and suspicions. Some had felt that something was amiss but couldn't put their finger on it. Others hadn't noticed at all, but upon reflection, realized the show didn't quite feel the same. The segment in question was a beloved part of the Jeopardy experience, the contestant interviews. For years, this brief moment in each episode allowed viewers to learn quirky facts or fascinating stories about the contestants beyond their knowledge of trivia. Whether it was about a peculiar hobby, a life-changing event, or a brush with fame, these anecdotes added a personal touch to the otherwise intense and fast-paced game. In the past few months, however, the segment had undergone a subtle transformation. Longtime viewers realized that the interviews had become shorter and less substantive. Instead of delving into the unique backgrounds of the contestants, the exchanges had become more perfunctory, almost like a formality that the show was eager to get past. And then, just as suddenly, it seemed the segment had vanished entirely. The revelation sent ripples through the Jeopardy community. Fans took to social media, Reddit, and other online platforms to voice their disappointment and demand answers. Theories ranged from the plausible to the outlandish. Some speculated that the show's producers were trying to streamline the format to allow for more gameplay, especially in light of criticisms that the pace of the game had slowed down in recent years. Others wondered if it was an attempt to modernize the show or cater to a younger audience that might not appreciate the slower, conversational moments. But there were darker theories as well. A vocal minority suggested that the change was an indication of a deeper, more systemic shift within the show's production team. They pointed to recent changes in the hosting lineup and executive decisions that had already ruffled feathers among fans. To them, the removal of the contestant interviews was just the latest in a series of moves that distanced the current iteration of Jeopardy from its roots. In the days that followed, the clamor for an explanation grew louder. Fan petitions were circulated online, demanding the reinstatement of the full interview segment. Some viewers even threatened to stop watching the show altogether, declaring that without the interviews, Jeopardy had lost part of its charm. The controversy reached a boiling point when a popular entertainment news site picked up on the story. The headline read, *Jeopardy, fans outraged over disappearance of iconic interview segment, what's going on? The article compiled quotes from upset viewers and called on the show's producers to address the situation. It wasn't long before the producers of Jeopardy responded. In a carefully worded statement, they acknowledged the concerns raised by the fans but stopped short of providing a clear reason for the change. They reassured the audience that the show was always evolving and that decisions were made with the best interests of both the contestants and the viewers in mind. However, they did not commit to bringing back the interview segment in its previous form. The statement only served to further fuel the debate. Some fans appreciated the acknowledgement, while others saw it as a non-answer that dodged the real issue. The community remained divided, with some advocating for patience and trust in the show's producers, while others vowed to keep up the pressure until the interviews were fully restored. Amidst the uproar, there were voices of reason that emerged. A few fans pointed out that Jeopardy had weathered many changes over its long history, from set redesigns to rule adjustments, and it had always managed to retain its core identity. They argued that while the contestant interviews were a cherished tradition,